Hey, kids, Happy New Year. It is a new year, 2018. It's hard to believe. The year's gone by so fast, but a new year is always good. So it's time for another video. I'm sitting here in the front room because I wanted to show you the grandkids tree. I've kind of changed it up. And I have decided that it's not coming down. It's going to be up for the whole year. Now, I took the other tree down in the back room because that one doesn't need to stay up. That's more of Grandpa and my tree, and for other people too. But this one is for you. And so I want to turn this camera around and show the tree. This is my winter tree. Look, there's Frosty. I left him on there. He's the only one that gets to stay. I guess I could have left Elsa on there too, but I didn't. But anyway, let me back up and show you. This is my winter tree. So I took down all the Christmas decorations. And I have these new ones. And they're kind of a real pretty light blue. They might look a little brighter on the camera. And silver. And look at these cute little snowmen. Aren't they fun? And the balls are just really pretty. And pine cones. Anyway, so that's my January tree. And it will stay up until the end of January. And then in February, it will end up being a Valentine's tree. So, okay, we're going to go to the back room, though, because that's where we're going to have our video. And today, I am going to read a book to you. And it is a book that I got, Grandpa and I got for Christmas. It's actually a children's book. Pretty fun, huh? To get a children's book for Christmas. I'm going to sit here in my grandkids' chair and read this book to you. And it is a book that we were given by Uncle Tommy, Tommy's dad and mom. And that was really nice that they gave us a gift and they gave us this book. And I was so excited about it because it was a book that I could put in the grandkids' room. And so it will be up on the bookshelf after I'm done reading it to you. I had it actually before we went to the cabin, but I forgot to put it in there. But I kind of wanted to save it for a video anyway. So that's why I'm not putting it in there until after we're done. Anyway, this book is called, let me turn it around and I'll show you. This book is called A to Z, The Best in You and Me. And I love the pictures because they're really, really bright and colorful. And if you know Grandma at all, she loves all kinds of colors, and the brighter the better. So A to Z, this is like an alphabet book. A to Z, The Best in You and Me. And look, this book was written by Bella and Rob Schallenberger. Now, Rob is Tommy's older brother. And there he is. And Bella is his daughter, and she's only 12 years old, but she helped write this book, and I thought that was kind of cool. So this book talks about different things that you can do as kids to be better. Not better at minding, not better at obeying, just better, just to become a better person. So we're going to start. And this actually, Forrest has probably already seen this book. And so this can be for Forrest and for Nora and Oslo and Percy. They won't understand what I'm saying probably, but they'll love the pictures. So this is actually for you bigger kids, but they'll love the pictures so they can listen too. Okay, here's A. A is for attitude. And it kind of explains what all these things are. Think happy thoughts to be happy. If you are angry or upset, try saying these words. I feel happy. I feel healthy. I feel terrific. What are some examples of happy thoughts? And you probably all have examples of happy thoughts. I think sometimes we just forget that, if we don't have a good attitude, then, man, nobody's happy. So you want to have a good attitude about things, even though sometimes things don't work out the way you want them to. B is for beautiful. You are a beautiful person. Being beautiful is not just a look. It's a way to live. So be true to you and be beautiful. What are some beautiful things about you? Well, I can tell you, you have lots of beautiful things about you. All right, C is for courage. Courage is being afraid, but trying anyway. Notice how they said that courage is being afraid, but you still try. Just because you have courage doesn't mean that you're not afraid. Even big people are afraid to try new things or to do things. And so don't think that someone that has courage isn't afraid, because they pretty much are. Courage is being afraid, but trying anyway. It means you stand up for what is right. Remember this fun phrase: courage, courage, do not get discouraged. That's cute. What is something you've wanted to try, but maybe haven't had the courage to try yet? I'll bet there's something. Even from Grandma there is. What's something? Oh, I'll tell you right now. Grandpa and Grandma just got back from California and we went to Disneyland. We actually went to Disneyland and we went to California Adventure. And at California Adventure, there is a ride that is called Soarin' Around the World, which means that you're kind of in this open airplane thing where you can see out and you can see all, but it looks like you're flying. Well, I'm kind of afraid. I'm not afraid of heights. I can go high, but I kind of get sick when things are moving really, really fast, or roller coasters. I can't do those kinds of things. And I was kind of worried that this ride was going to be a little bit too much and would kind of make me sick, because I can get sick really easily if I go on rides and stuff. Even if I fly in an airplane, I get really sick. So I was kind of worried to go on this ride. But I told myself, and I had courage, but I was still afraid. I told myself I was going to go on this ride this time, because people had told me about it and says, "Oh, you don't move very much. I think you'll like it." I went on the ride, kids. Guess what? I went on the ride and I loved it. There were a couple parts where I had to close my eyes because it was kind of making me a little kind of sick to my stomach, but I knew it would go away. And if I got through that one part, then I could open my eyes again. And that's what I did. And I went on the ride and I loved it. And it was so cool because we got to see the pyramids way over in Egypt, and we got to see the Eiffel Tower in Paris, France. And it was so cool. So it was just like you were flying to these places and could see them. It was really cool. So that was a time when I had to have courage. And even though I was still afraid, I had to have courage. Okay, here we go. On to letter D. D is for dream. Think big. If you can dream it, you can achieve it. That means whatever you want to do. If you want to be a doctor when you're bigger, if you want to try out for the baseball team, if you want to become a writer someday, whatever, that means you're dreaming. You're dreaming big, and you can do it if you dream hard enough and dream and put the work in. Ideas are like seeds. Every tree was once a seed. And if you think about that, if you go outside and you look at the trees, every one of them started out as a little tiny seed. And it grew big. What are some of your dreams? I'm sure some of you already have some dreams. E is for enthusiasm. Enthusiasm is like electricity. It gives you power and energy. Your enthusiasm is contagious. That means when you're enthusiastic and you're not bummed and you're not, all my life. If you're enthusiastic, you're happy and electric and energized and powerful, that other people will see that too and will want to be around people like that. When you feel it and show it, others will feel it too. What do you feel enthusiastic about? Some of us feel more enthusiasm for some things than others, and that's good. That's okay. We're all different. F is for forgiveness. You are happier when you forgive others and yourself. Now, look at that. Forgiveness is not just about forgiving others for the things they do wrong. It's also about forgiving yourself and saying, golly, I guess I can try harder. What I did was stupid or wrong or whatever, but you can't dwell on it. You've got to move on to the next day and forgive yourself and know that you can do better and try to do better. But you've got to forgive yourself. Don't keep beating yourself up. Forgiveness makes you free. So learn to forgive and forget. Who can you forgive? G is for gratitude. Have an attitude of gratitude. This is a big one for Grandma. Big deal to Grandma. Look for the good and you will find it. The more grateful you are, the happier you will be. Grandpa kind of feels really strong about this too. And he's always heard that It doesn't matter how much you have. It doesn't matter how many toys you have. It doesn't matter how much stuff you have. It doesn't matter how great your car is. It doesn't matter any of that stuff. If you have your own room, it doesn't matter. If you're happy and you're grateful for what you have, you'll be happy. And that's why poor people, they're happy. Even though they're poor, they don't have a lot of things. Most of them are just happy because they've decided they want to be happy. What are you grateful for? Okay, let's move on. H is for honesty. To be great is to be honest. With honesty comes confidence. Live by this motto. I will never lie, cheat, or steal. What are some examples of honesty that you've had, that you've been through? Oh, look, she broke something, it looks like. The vase of cookies. Boy, that sounds like something I'd do because I love cookies. Okay. You know what? I can tell you right now that mommies and daddies, your moms and dads are going to want you to be honest. They would rather you tell the truth than to not be honest. Even if it was something that was really bad, or you broke something that they really loved, or you did something that really hurt their feelings or broke their heart, they would want to know. And I'm speaking because I'm a mother, and I feel the same way. So just be honest. You'll be so much happier. And you know what? All right, we got to have a little face-to-face here. Did you know that when you lie, that you have to tell more lies to cover the lie, the first lie? And so it just ends up being a bigger mess. So if you'll just learn to tell the truth the first time, your parents will be disappointed and you might even get in trouble. But that's okay. That means you're learning to be honest. And if we always told a lie, or if we didn't tell the truth all the time and we were never punished, then you're not really learning anything. So being punished is okay because we're learning that it's just better to be honest. Got it? Okay, here we go. I is for imagination. Imagination opens a world of possibilities. Dare to dream, dare to imagine, dare to do the impossible. Love that one. What are some of your ideas? I know some of you have got big ideas, and they're all inside your brain. Joy. J is for joy. Joy is not in things. That means just because you have certain things, like an Xbox or the newest toy or whatever, that shouldn't bring you joy. Joy is not in things, it's in you. Never let people steal your joy. Choose joy and keep choosing it every day. Say these words out loud. Today I choose joy. This is another big one for Grandma. I've just decided that, you know what? It's much better to be happy than to be grumpy. And it's much better to be grateful for what you have than to look at what other people have and feel miserable. Got it? What brings you joy? Hopefully your family. That's one of the things that brings me greatest joy is my family, and that includes all of you. K is for kindness. Be kind because others may be fighting a battle you know nothing about. Okay, another face-to-face here. There are people that you will see at school. You may see them at church. You will see them in all kinds of places. And they look like they're just normal people. And they look like they're having just an okay day, whatever, just a normal day. But sometimes there are people that look normal and even look happy that are really struggling with something. Maybe it's bullying. Maybe it's their parents that aren't really making good choices, and so it's hard for them to be a good parent. There's all kinds of things that people are going through, and sometimes their face does not show what they are going through because it's all down deep inside of them. So that is one of the reasons why we should always be kind. And I think this is one of the biggest things that Heavenly Father and Jesus Christ want us to do, is to be kind to others. There's a lot of people that are struggling and having, that don't have a lot of joy in their lives and happiness in their lives. And so they need kindness. They need kindness from other people, because sometimes they're not getting it from home. Sometimes they're not getting it out in the world. And so you, of course, my grandkids, you are definitely capable and able. And Grandpa and I expect you to be kind to those around you, no matter if they're maybe not so kind to you. And that's hard. That's really hard, but you can do it. Okay, so let's finish this one. Be kind because others may be fighting a battle you know nothing about. If you want to feel better about yourself, then lift others and help them feel better about themselves. Oh boy, I love that one. What can you do to show kindness? There's all kinds of things we can do to show kindness. L is for love. If you want to be loved, then love others first. Love is something you feel and something you do. Say the words "I love you" and then show your love with your actions. It's not enough to just say "I love you." And sometimes it's hard to say "I love you." But try it. Oh boy. Sometimes it's really hard. And sometimes you feel uncomfortable, or you maybe feel a little embarrassed, but that's just ridiculous. Say the words "I love you" and then show your love by your actions. This is a big one for Grandma, because one of the ways that I feel loved is when people do things for me. Maybe things that I usually do, like the dishes or vacuum. When Dylan and Tibby were here and over Christmas, Tibby was vacuuming all the time. Well, part of it was because she didn't want things on the floor for Nora to pick up and put in her mouth. But that was something that I really appreciated, because she just did it. And it was something that I normally do or have to do, and she would do it for me. And that was really, really nice. So she was showing her love for me by doing something for me. So it's not just enough to say "I love you." You need to do something that shows people that you love them. What can you do to show your love for others? M is for motivation. Once you start, be determined to finish. That means don't quit. If you start something, don't quit. Keep going. You will fail only if you stop trying. Your mind is powerful, so fill it with positive thoughts. Repeat these words: "Yes, I can." Oh, that's funny. Oh, look at her A+. Oh, I don't know if I've ever seen any of those on my report cards. Close, but maybe not that. What motivates you? N is for nice. If you can't say something nice, then don't say it at all. I like that. We get that from Bambi, don't we? Bambi's mother. No, Thumper's mother. Not Bambi, Thumper's mother from the movie Bambi. If you can't say something nice, then don't say it at all. Keep it to yourself. Be kind to unkind people. Sometimes they need it the most, and that is the truth. Most people, here we go. Most people that are not very nice, or say unkind things, or bully, or don't treat you very nicely, they're usually the ones that need love and kindness and niceness the most, because they're not getting it in their own lives and in their own homes or families maybe. So we always want to be kind to those who are unkind, because they need it the most. They might need it the most. Let's finish this one. Remember, it doesn't cost you anything to be nice. Oh, I like that. How about that? Doesn't cost any of us any money. These girls, boy, they're acting kind of crazy. They're the ones that probably aren't being very nice. We should always be nice to people that are handicapped or, can't get around. That's just ridiculous that you'd be unkind to them. What's a nice thing that you can do for someone else? O is for obedience. Have enough courage to be obedient to truth and do what's right. If you love God, try to obey his commandments. Now, it doesn't mean you're going to be perfect at it. It says try to obey his commandments, but we are going to try our best. And that's what Heavenly Father expects. and hopes we can do. What does obedience mean to you? P is for patience. With patience, nothing is impossible. Great things take time and effort, so do your best to keep going. When you master patience, you can master anything. How could you be more patient? Let's see, what are these guys waiting? Oh, I think they're waiting for these eggs to hatch, and it takes a little time. Maybe that's what they're doing. Q is for quiet. Find a quiet place and listen. Listen to the sound of silence. In a busy world, one of the miracles of life is to find the peace and quiet that's all around you. What could you take some time to quietly, when could you take some time to quietly sit and listen? You know, one of the greatest times for me to be quiet or to hear, well, our house is pretty quiet right now because there's no kids in it. But a lot of times when I want to really listen, and since our house is so quiet, a lot of times I'll go on a walk, and that's when I listen to a lot of really cool things. You can hear the birds chirping, you can hear dogs barking, you can hear cars going by, I can hear the kids playing on the playground at the school, and that's kind of fun. And you can hear things when you're out and about, and you have no distractions. You don't have the TV on, or you don't have music on, or you don't have people, talking or anything. A lot of times you can hear things, and it's kind of cool because it's quiet, except for those things that you really can listen to. All right, here we go. R is for responsibility. Control what you can control. Some things we can't control. We can't control if it's going to rain. We can't control if other people are going to be nice or mean. But we can control what we can control. Don't blame or criticize others. Winners take ownership of their actions and mistakes. So if you've done anything wrong, or if you've maybe not made a very good choice, then you need to admit it. And you need to tell yourself, that was wrong. I'm going to try better to do that better. I'm going to, it's my responsibility. I made a bad choice. And that means you're growing up and you're becoming a responsible person when you can take ownership of your actions and mistakes. What's an example of responsibility in your life? S is for supportive. Be a support to others. Encourage, lift, and help them. Surround yourself with people who support you and want you to be successful. And that may mean that you need to maybe choose different friends. If someone is teaching you to do bad things or say words that you shouldn't say, or they don't make you feel good, or they bring you down, it's time to get a new friend. It's time to let that friend go, because you want someone that's going to support you and lift you and help you and make you a better person. How can you support someone else? T is for tidy. Ooh, I like this one too. It's hard to stay clean if the space around you is dirty. Start each day with a clean room and a made bed. You may never know what's in there until you clean it. Isn't that the truth? You might find something that you've lost a long time ago just because you cleaned your room. How about that? Probably the first thing that I do in the morning, after I say my prayers and maybe go to the bathroom, is make my bed. And, it just makes me feel better when I make my bed. There's just something about getting into a bed that's not made. Ugh, I don't want to do that. I want to get into a nice, clean, cold sheets, smooth. It just makes you feel better. And ask your moms, and they'll tell you, yep, I always feel better when I make my bed. Doesn't mean that we always do it, but it does make you feel better. What are some ways to be more tidy, that you can be more tidy? I'm sure there's ways. U is for unique. This is kind of a big word. There is nobody like you in the world, and that's what unique means. It means you are one of a kind. There is nobody like you in the world, so be the best you. You weren't born to fit in. You were born to stand out. Oh, I like that too. What is positive and unique about you? I love all of you because you're all so unique and you all have your own personalities and you all have your own interests and just fun little things that make you you. And I love that about you. So stay unique. Don't try to fit in to be someone else or like other people. That's boring. Virtuous. V is for virtuous. Virtue begins in your heart. A virtuous heart and mind builds confidence. This is kind of a hard word. Virtue is who you are deep down inside, and your thoughts, your actions, what you do when nobody is watching. Are you a different person when nobody is watching, or are you the same? That's a big deal. What does virtue mean to you? W is for willing. Miracles happen to people who are willing to try new things. This kind of goes along with courage. Nothing is impossible when you have a willing heart and an open mind. What is something good that you are willing to try or do? X. Now this one, they had to find a word that has an X in it, of course. Extraordinary. That's a big, long word. What separates ordinary, or just kind of, just like everybody else, what separates ordinary and extraordinary is that little extra. You make a difference when you do the ordinary things in an extraordinary way. It's just a little bit more, a little bit better. What are some ordinary things that you could do in an extraordinary way? Youthful. Being youthful isn't about age. Many wonderful things are seen by those with youthful eyes. What does it mean? What does being youthful mean to you? This one's kind of a hard one to understand, but youthful doesn't mean that you're young. It doesn't mean that you're young in age. Youthful is like grandpa. Even though grandpa probably to you is pretty old, and he is, he's in his 60s, and he's got gray hair, and but grandpa's very, very youthful. That means he likes to still do things that are youthful. He likes to water ski. He likes to, play basketball. He likes to go swimming. He likes to play games. He likes to do things that young people like to do, even though he's older. That's being youthful. Got it? Okay, here we go. Last page. Z is for zest. I like that word. That's fun. There's not very many Z words, but this is a good one. If you live life full of zest, then life will love you back. Sing, dance, love, live, laugh, serve. This is what life is all about. Zest is just, another word for zest is spunk or enthusiasm. That's another good word for zest. What can you do to make life better? And there you have it. I love this book. I think it's really kind of fun. So you guys can look at this when you come to Grandma and Grandpa's house. It'll be on the bookshelf, and I think it teaches some really good things. And hopefully you'll kind of think about this. And sorry this video was so long, but books are always fun to read, and the pictures are pretty cool too. Grandpa and I expect some great things out of all of you. You're good kids, and you've got good parents, and they're trying to teach you to be good kids, to be good citizens, to be good students, to be good adults one day. And all these things that we talked about today can help you to be good adults and good citizens. And there's enough problems in the world with people that don't want to live by these principles and these characteristics, but you can make a difference, and I totally believe that, and you'll especially make yourselves proud and your parents proud if you do. So until next time, I'm not sure what we'll do next time, but it'll be something fun, and maybe something a little shorter, because you guys have homework to do probably. Sorry about that, but school is in. Anyway, just want to let you know that we love you, and we expect great things of you, and know that you're just working at being great people. We love you. See ya.